What's up, guys? It's me, it's ERIC. I am the People's co-host, Eric Barnes. This is Raw's EBar, so let's get to it. Alright, so the show opened with the former World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, and he wasn't pulling any punches this week. He talked about Roman Reigns getting suspended, and throughout the night was going on and on about how he deserved a one-on-one match against Dean Ambrose. And now we all know that if Roman wasn't such a high-profile superstar, if he hadn't just been the World Heavyweight Champion, they definitely wouldn't even be mentioning his suspension on air. He would just sort of be gone, kind of the way Titus ONeil was just gone, or anybody that they suspend that isn't on the top of the card. They just don't mention things like this. So we're already seeing something rare with him talking about that. Honestly, it was hard to avoid it because, considering that they decided to keep Roman in the main event of Battleground, they have to explain to the casual viewer, hey, Roman's not going to be here for a while, so that's how they did it. Next came out Dean Ambrose, and he was followed by AJ Styles. AJ saying he wanted to be in the main event of Battleground. It should be a triple threat, but he should be the third person instead of Roman. Not to be outdone, out comes John Cena, and he proposed making it a fatal five-way match with these three in the picture, Roman Reigns and Cena. Really, honestly, at this point, all I was thinking was that there was no way that they were going to mess with their precious Shield triple threat match at Battleground. I just didn't think that it was going to happen. Maybe if they had decided to take Roman out of Battleground, then it's possible that they could have at least had the possibility of adding these guys in. But that wasn't something that was going to happen. So I just really didn't feel like they were going to end up in that match. So Stephanie came out and said that if Cena could beat Rollins or if Styles could beat Ambrose, then whoever won, either one of them or both, would be inserted into the main event at Battleground. And we'll get back to that. And next, we finally got to see Sasha Banks back in action on Monday Night Raw. Finally! So I guess that she was teaming with Paige because she had saved Paige last week, I guess. I mean, that seems like enough of a reason for them to tag team. Regardless, I thought that this was a fine tag team match, and if anything, it dispelled the rumors that the Banks statement had been banned. Sometimes it's like, where do these rumors come from? People just decide, hey, you know what? Today, I'm going to be a keyboard warrior and just make some shit up. And so everybody thought that. And it wouldn't even make sense, because one of the things I saw was that it was getting banned because it looked too much like the crossface. This is far different. I mean, it's similar to the crossface, yes, but they let Daniel Bryan get away with the yes lock for how long, you know what I mean? So that rumor just made absolutely no sense. I don't know. I'm tired of hearing fake rumors, I guess. Regardless, Sasha and Paige, easy for me to say, won. But there still hasn't been any type of announcement as far as a women's title match at Battleground, at least not that I saw. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but I'm hoping to hear about that in the next week or so, because I believe that Sasha and Charlotte can put on one hell of a match. Alright, so Titus, ONeil, and Rusev finally got to have the match that they were supposed to have last week. It almost didn't happen again because there was little interaction before the bell rang yet again. But I don't know. Something about their styles just wasn't exactly meshing, in my opinion, during this matchup on Raw. And while I thought it was good to see Titus get the win, a count-out victory isn't exactly anything to write home about. Are they protecting Rusev right now? Because it seems like they don't want Rusev to lose, at all. And, which that would have played into his character a year and a half ago. But we've seen him lose a lot of matches since then. So a non-title match, it doesn't seem like it would really hurt Rusev that bad. But, as far as being pinned, and losing. You know, a count out's a count out, but it's not exactly a pin or submission. So, I'm really not sure. And after last week, I was interested in this feud, but in my opinion, it needs a shot in the arm right now to keep it entertaining. All right, so then we had John Cena versus Seth Rollins, where if Cena won, he'd be inserted into the main event at Battleground. To be honest with you, I was not that into this match so much at first. All the way up until it went to commercial break, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know if something wasn't clicking or what exactly, but they came back from commercial and the action had already picked up, and from then on, I thought it was a pretty great match. Honestly, I think everybody expected AJ and the club to interfere, and that's exactly what happened. They distracted Cena long enough for him to turn around into a pedigree, and Seth Rollins get the win. To be honest with you guys, I was still a little surprised because I felt like the old Cena wouldn't have let a distraction be enough to end it for him. I remember recently, a few weeks back, Roman Reigns got distracted and still got the win. So maybe the Superman powers can only be held by one wrestler at a time, and right now it's Roman Reigns. I don't know. Regardless, Rollins got the win here. I thought it was good to see him get the win. I was rooting for Seth Rollins. Nothing against John Cena. I like John Cena, but Seth just came back, was just World Heavyweight Champion, albeit very, very shortly. But, you know, it's as important for him to look strong as anybody. He's the one that is actually going to be in the Triple Threat main event. So, and don't forget the fact that Seth Rollins has now defeated Roman Reigns and John Cena, pinned them both since his return to action. Not too shabby, Seth. So, apparently, Becky Lynch is pretty upset with Natalya, what with continuously getting attacked from behind and whatnot. You know, you can't blame her. So, Becky decided not to worry about her match with Summer Rae and went right after Natty. Made sense as far as the story's been going. It was logical. And I definitely like seeing that aggression from Becky. Very entertaining. It was also nice to see the women get an actual second segment on the show again, since they, for whatever reason, haven't been allowing the ladies to have more than one lately, so that was cool. Even though this segment was pretty short. As for anyone that was looking forward to a Summer Rae match on Raw,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Okay, so next we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as guests on Chris Jericho's highlight reel. I really enjoyed this segment. I thought it was a great promo from Sami Zayn. It felt like he had some real fire in it as far as him telling Kevin Owens, you know, that Owens was jealous that Sami Zayn had gotten there before him, as getting to the WWE before him, and to grow a set and just admit it. And Owens had a terrific promo as well. He kind of gave us a perspective that I don't really remember him touching on before, as far as that he was happy for Sami when Sami got to the WWE, but Sami wasn't happy for Kevin because Kevin's success came at Zayn's expense. They both make great points. You know what I mean? Like, Kevin is a good villain because he really believes what he's doing, and honestly, it made sense. Even though, you know, Sami Zayn's made sense too, because, hey, we used to be friends. If it was going to be at anybody's expense, why was it mine? You know, they just both made valid points. And even though we've already seen these two go at it so many times I can't even count by now, I'm still looking forward to their encounter at Battleground, although I do hope there's some sort of stipulation added for sure. And we also learned that even though with all the animosity, these two can still work together, which they proved when they both super kicked Y2J just as he was about to give us the gift of Jericho.
Drink it in, man.
So The Miz finally got done filming The Marine 5, which is 5 more than I've seen. And it turned out that since he'd been gone so long, it was time for him to have a title match right there on Raw. But he didn't get to find out who his opponent was going to be. And whose idea was it to make this matchup? Well, Corporate Kane, who just happened to be in the building, and who did Miz's opponent end up being? Demon Kane. So I just really don't understand how they keep these two Kanes separate. There's no information on how they're able to coexist with each other. It's just like, hey, he's Corporate Kane because he's in a suit. Hey, he's Demon Kane because he's in wrestling gear. What really is the difference? I don't know, just a little bit more into the story so it would make some type of sense would be cool with me. Anyway, regardless of all that, Maryse feigned an injury, causing Miz to get counted out and retain his title. Found out backstage that she was pretending, and it, like I said, she feigned an injury. It wasn't real. Just so Miz wouldn't lose the Intercontinental Championship. Makes sense, I guess. But I gotta say, if that was really the Demon Kane, he would have just torn out both their hearts and eaten them in front of children. Okay, so last week I said that they would have to do things very, very right to make sure that the Wyatts versus New Day feud didn't fall flat. I said that it had a lot of potential, but it also had a lot of potential to fuck up. So, in my opinion, so far both teams are coming through. Xavier Woods' heart obviously was not into making fun of the Wyatts nearly as much as Kofi and Big E on Monday. He seemed scared. He seemed unsure. And you know what? He wasn't overplaying it. He wasn't playing it up so much that it was wacky or to the level that it was lame. He downplayed it. And that almost added to it. Because it wasn't this wacky WWE bullshit. It was a dude who seemed legitimately like, hey, I'd really rather not fuck with these guys too much more than we have to. Can we just get out of here? You know what I mean? Although it was obvious he was scared. Bray Wyatt mentioned Xavier. So, I don't know. I find this very interesting, very compelling. I thought that this was the best part of Raw, in my opinion. Both these teams have potential for something really big to come out of this, so I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but I guess that's the fun of it. I definitely have high hopes for this rivalry, though. Looking forward to it. And in our main event of the evening, we had AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, where if AJ won, he would be inserted into the main event at Battleground. It seemed pretty cut and dry once Cena lost that AJ wasn't going to win. I mean, if he did, what would that leave Cena with? So, it was still an entertaining match. I liked it a lot. The club came out near the end. Who didn't expect that? And that brought out John Cena, because John Cena, he wasn't able to just come out and interrupt AJ Styles' match just to pay him back. There had to be the club out there, so it would give a reason for John Cena to come out, because John Cena is not even enough of a jerk to get normal revenge. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, Styles lost in a manner very similar. He got distracted, turned around, dirty deeds, and it's over. So, yeah, AJ and Cena not going to the main event at Battleground. Basically, just added fuel to the fire that is the feud between Styles and Cena. I also enjoyed hearing Seth Rollins on commentary during this match, because he made some decent points as far as deserving a one-on-one match against Dean Ambrose, especially considering Roman's suspension. In my opinion, this triple threat match just isn't going to have the heat that it possibly could, since Reigns is missing the entire build-up for it. People have waited for years for this match. A match with the WWE Championship on the line, all three members of the Shield competing, and one third of the match, one third of the match as far as Roman Reigns, is going to have zero input as far as the match hype. And honestly, I think that that's a shame. But, I don't have any say in the matter, so all we can do is hope for the best. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video. Hit that thumbs up if you liked what you saw whatsoever. Let me know what you guys thought of Raw. Let me know what you think of Roman being suspended. What do you think about the triple threat match still going through? I want to know your guys' thoughts. So, comment down below. And other than that, As usual, I'll see you guys next week.